As we all know, there are many just completely insane individuals on TikTok. Most of them have a lifespan of about 7 to 8 seconds and then fade into complete obscurity. But the character I'm talking about today is Batman levels of infamous. To this day, being around on the internet for 7 or 8 years, he has still managed to maintain as much relevancy as when he first came onto the platform. He is like the Titanic, and no matter how many icebergs he collides with, he just sails straight through. And of course, I'm talking about the one and only Jeremy Fragrance.
Jak coś pasuje, baby, ja będę w tym roku u mojej babci.
Wiesz co? Jesteś żałosny.
Now, Jeremy Fragrance, he does what you'd expect him to. He reviews fragrances for both men and women. Now, he has moved over to TikTok, but on YouTube, especially in 2018, he was at his peak, getting anywhere between 3 to 5 million views a video. Back then, he'd make more conventional content, for example, reviewing women's fragrances. He'd do some other videos like how to apply a fragrance and what is the best fragrance in the world. Even back then, you could tell he was quite an interesting character, but nothing too out of the ordinary.
The woman of my dreams.
But as the years have gone on, all that perfume huffing has seemed to have affected Jeremy's mind. With his content nowadays becoming so outlandish and bizarre, people screen record it and then add meme captions onto it. Bit of a cope, but apparently Jeremy has came out saying that he's doing it all on purpose. He's a troll. He wants to get attention, not too dissimilar to the vegan teacher that would, you know, purposely be a troll, get everyone's attention, get everyone's anger all riled up for them to spread their message. And that's what Jeremy is saying he's doing.
You know, guys, I do these videos to get more views. And that's the reason I do sometimes stuff like, ha 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 ha. The smell of cucumber, la 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 la.
He explains this master plan all while holding a cucumber in his hand.
We live in an attention society.
But first, I'm happy to say that this video was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid has taken over, and gaming will never be the same again. Gone are the days of mindlessly scrolling through social media or watching YouTubers making garbage sellout content to fund their main channel. Explore tons of unique characters as you explore raid bosses, campaign battles, and PvP arenas. No rude language in chat, please. Now, my top 3 raid moments. Number 1. That time I was in an epic battle against an epic boss while my wife was banging on the door begging me to sign the alimony papers. If anyone's wondering what my wife looks like, she looks like Arbiter. Number 2, that time I unplugged my granddad's pacemaker so I could charge my phone to play even more Raid Shadow Legends. Number 3, not really a raid moment. One of my favorite characters is Herndig, mostly because he reminds me of Ronald Weasley if you watch 3 years of Sigma self-help videos. And don't miss out on the trick-or-treat promo this Halloween, where you can win up to $1,000 in Amazon gift cards and some of the best epic and legendary champions. It's kind of like those gift card giveaways the 3 a.m. YouTubers would do, except this one isn't a scam. Also, if you use my link in description or the QR code I'm going to move around the screen now at a very violently fast pace, you'll get unique bonuses worth $30, a free epic champion, Vergis, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard. Wow, so cool. You can also access it here, by the way. I gotta show you that because some of you are just so dense. I hope to see you on the battlefield in Raid Shadow Legends. And thank you, Raid, for sponsoring this video. Now, my first experience with Jeremy was this video where he's talking about his favorite fragrance. And then, like, it delves into this weird kind of self-therapy session.
And the last one I don't talk so much about is Perry Ellis 360 Red. I love it, man. It's the dildo of the fragrance industry. And yeah, it's not so funny, actually. Still don't know how to talk about the topic of masturbating. It's difficult, man. I do it, but I don't come. And, you know, it's like, if I can be that honest, but it's simply to boost my power type of vibe. Ultimately, of course, I want to have a girlfriend and a wife.
One thing I love, most of the comments are basically summarized that he accidentally sprayed himself with truth serum. You know what? TikTok is kind of mid. It can be mid a lot of the time, right? But every time without fail, the top comment will always be actually somehow funny. All I'm saying is, you down below in the comment section, you gotta try harder, boys. You gotta try harder. Much like Vegan Teacher, he's actually recently became vegan, which people in the comments believe has affected him physically and mentally. With people compiling these videos, which they always do, of him a few years ago to him now and how he looks different. I think what people need to realize is, like, you know, this guy isn't bodybuilding anymore. I think he mainly just focuses on cardio, and by being a vegan, he's not getting that many proteins in. I mean, he doesn't look bad. He just looks like someone that's got less muscle on them. And again, you know for a fact that he looks better than, like, pretty much all the people that are mocking his appearance. Now, one thing Jeremy used to do in his older videos was go up to people on the street, men, women, and, you know, kind of ask them, what's your perfume? What kind of cologne are you wearing? That has now, I don't want to say it's evolved. It's a little bit different nowadays, because what Jeremy does is he goes up in public to fans or people that recognize him, and he just sniffs them. He goes right up to their neck and gives them a big
What next?
And the best thing is, these interactions, rightfully so, are so awkward that half the time he ends up accidentally insulting the person.
Recognize your fragrance. Is it Versace Blue Jeans?
It's Versace Blue Jeans.
Cool, cool. Hey, what's a good diet for people that want to lose weight?
It's even spilled into, like, his normal fragrance reviews. He has this, like, pumped up character that people seem to think he's on some kind of Class A substance before he hits record.
Is Jeremy Fragrance okay?
Best job interview fragrance. This is it, man. You wear this Versace Pour Homme by my favorite perfumer for men.
Now, one thing I love about Jeremy, whenever he comes up on my For You page, you know intrusive thoughts, right? Those thoughts that enter your brain, they're kind of weird, kind of dark, and you think, oh my God, I would never execute that, let alone say it out loud or tell someone I have those thoughts. What Jeremy will do, as soon as those thoughts load into his brain, he will just blurt them out at random people that he doesn't even know. Like, he is the literal definition of Intrusive Thoughts 1.
Excuse me, one question. I'm a YouTuber from Germany. Wow, so this one was really hot. Whoa, you gotta rewind. Well, man, she had a bigger ass than myself. Obviously, I'm a man.
One of my favorite exchanges that like to this day is still rent-free in my head. A fan comes up to him. Jeremy does the thing where, like, you know, he gets a sniff of the fragrance, and he just ends up insulting the kid, saying, oh, I thought you smelled good. No, it was something else. I was mistaken.
Yeah, you smell good, bro.
Ja, ich habe aber nichts.
Okay, I thought he smells good, but there was something else.
Thought you smell good. Truly, on that day, Jeremy woke up from his bed after doing 50 one-handed push-ups, and he chose violence. The problem is now that poor kid is probably going to have his ego shattered. He's going to go home and he's going to watch American Psycho and Blade Runner. The thing is, I've had fan interactions before that, like, you know, are kind of awkward. Like, usually it's my fault because I don't know how to speak to people. But this is like, this is another level. He is like the Joker, but instead of reveling in chaos, he revels in cringe.
This guy smells good. No, you don't. But now you gotta tell me, does this smell good?
Honestly, this is a comparison that no one seems to have made at the minute. I feel like I'm the only person. He is our universe's rendition of Homelander. How do you not see it? They look the same. They have the same physique. They both make those incredibly bizarre facial gestures. They go up to people in the street. Intrusive Thoughts 1. Jeremy Fragrance is probably about 3 huffs of Hugo Boss perfume away from getting laser eyes. But yeah, Jeremy Fragrance, please keep being you. You are definitely one of the most insane people on TikTok. But in a world we're in right now, we need people like you. So thank you. And if I saw you in real life, I would be wearing Hugo Boss.